This tutorial is a quick guide to getting you started with your own podcast using just your phone for free with Anchor.fm. You can do the entire thing from your phone, including the artwork. There are other platforms you can use for your podcast, but I've published several here so far, and I love it. I can't say enough good things about it. It's easy. Distribute to multiple platforms fast, the major platforms. They have excellent tools because they want you to be successful. They don't make money until you do, so they are going to make sure you're successful. They're going to give you all the tools you need. Their customer service is very fast and responsive. I had a problem late at night, and they helped me over chat, completely fixed my problem. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing you want to do is download the app. I use the App Store, but it's available for Android and also as a web version. Just go ahead through the whole setup process. They'll ask your date of birth. They just have questions like, what brings you to Anchor? This is just a quick, just exactly what I saw when I started a brand new podcast today. They ask if you want notifications, blah, 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 all the standard stuff when you download a new app. This is the home screen you're going to see. It starts out with analytics, and it asks you if you want to create an episode. When you hit the little plus sign at the bottom, it immediately tells you you're already holding a microphone. A lot of people are podcasting just from their phone, so there's no shame in that. Go ahead and hit continue, and it's going to ask you if you want to set up your first episode. Tap here to start recording, and then it's going to ask you for access to your microphone. Go ahead and give it access, continue, and then whatever you have to do on your phone. This is what it looks like on my iPhone. Click on the purple cross at the bottom. It'll bring up the menu that has the red microphone. You just tap that, and then this is what it looks like when you start recording. This isn't the actual thing I recorded. I'm just doing this for the tutorial, but this is what it looks like. And then when you want to stop, you hit the stop at the bottom. And then at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the option to trim on the left side or to save on the right side. Now, if you just go to trim before saving it, you'll just see options to change the start or end time of the audio. You also have to turn your phone or device sideways. I'm just showing you exactly how it appeared on my screen. You can always go back and edit it again later. This is not going to be your only chance to do the start or end time, so don't worry about that if you don't want to edit that right now. You can always just save it and then go back and edit all that. It's not a big deal. You'll also see options across the top on the right-hand side. Of course, I'm talking about if you actually turn your device. If you're looking at it straight on, it might appear at the bottom, but if you turn your device 90 degrees, you'll see save at the top right, or you can just see the arrow to go back and not save it to the left. So I hit that arrow and I went back out to our preview screen because I didn't want to make any changes there. I want to show you what happens after you hit save. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the save button at the bottom right, the purple circle with the white check mark. And when I do that, it says add to episode, and I can name my clip or my segment and add recording to this episode. You can name it whatever you want. I just put number 1 because it's easier. You can always name it according to something else. It's up to you. It takes it a few seconds to process it, but then once it's finished processing, you'll see a play button, and if you want to edit that segment, and you can add more segments, but if you want to edit that segment, just go to those 3 dots where the arrow is pointing, and you'll see this screen. From there, you can add background music, rename the segment, delete the segment, trim start and end points, or edit the audio. And I'm going to show you how to edit the audio. So I clicked on the 3 dots, and I played it back. The only thing I want to do is get rid of a bunch of dead space. So I'm going to add 2 splits, which will make that a separate segment that I can delete. All I have to do is click on split right there. That was the first one. And here's the second one. And then when I hit save at the top, when it goes back to the preview screen, it automatically shows those 3 segments processing because those 2 splits made that section I wanted to get rid of its own segment. Just tap on the 3 dots that the gold arrow is pointing to. You'll see this screen. I'm going to delete that segment from episode. After that, I'm going to tap on add background music. And they have a lot of different genres to choose from. You can go down the list. Just see what you think is going to work with your podcast. And you can always change this before you publish. Also, in the upper right-hand corner, you can import your own background music if you don't like any of the stuff they've chosen there. There's also a search box if you know something you want to search for. If you don't want to use it right now, but you like it, you can just always add it to favorites. And if you know you want to add it to your podcast, go ahead and click on the cross and add it. And background music is optional. You don't have to add any if you don't want to. But once you add it, if you're comfortable with it, tap on the X in the upper left-hand corner to go back to the publish episode screen. Like you see at the top here, it says 2 segments. Those are the 2 that I kept. And here's where you're also going to name your episode, add your episode description, and then at the bottom you'll see customize cover art, and then season and episode number. I like to go ahead and put a season 1, episode 1. I think it makes your podcast more searchable, makes you look more serious. In the next video, I'm going to go over podcast art, like your podcast logo. Below this video, if you want to go ahead and get started, there is a free Canva template from me, and there's also the link where you can sign up for Canva, get a 30-day free trial of Canva Pro, which is a tax write-off, and I use my Canva Pro account every day. I highly recommend it. I'm Liz Jones. This is my YouTube channel. I'd love it if you'd subscribe if this video was helpful to you. If you want to find me elsewhere, I'm under several names, mostly TikTok, but if you look below this video, you can find places to link up with me. Passive Income Truly, Grown Rebel, Liz Can't Sing are just a few, and there's probably others on the way. I'm sort of a website branding person, but anyway, this has been Liz Jones. I hope this was helpful.